जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जन रंजन जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जन रंजन जय यमुना तीर वनचारी जय यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जन रंजन जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जन रंजन जय यमुना तीर वनचारी जय यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। बोलिए हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। प्रभु आप अपना वाईफाई हॉटस्पॉट ऑन कर देंगे क्या, क्योंकि मैं ध्यान नहीं दिया। इसमें लगा देंगे। हाँ क्या है ये, लगा दीजिए। ओके, कोई भी भगवान मंगलाचरण प्रे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनं सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So today's topic is Nectar of Devotion and chapter 1. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते श्रीलरूपा स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So chapter 1, characteristic of pure devotional service, and what is the pure devotional service that has been described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and also in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 19.167. Anyabhilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishna silana uttama bhaktir uchyate. So word by word meaning is anya bhilasita sunyam, without desire other than those for the service of the Lord, and or without material desire such as for those for meditating, illicit sex, gambling and addiction of the intoxication, etc. And jnana by the knowledge of the philosophy of the monist, means Mayavadi's philosophy. Karma by fruitive activities. Adi by artificial practicing detachment. By the mechanical practice of yoga. By studying the Sankhya philosophy and so on. Anavritam, not covered. Anukulyena, favorable. Krishnanusilana, cultivation of service in relationship to Krishna. Bhakti Uttama means first class devotional service. Translation: when first class devotional service developed one must be devoid of all material desires. Knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and fruitive actions, the devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So it means it has to be favorable, pure devotional service. There is no other abhilasha, means full 100% serving to the Krishna. This means devotee desire is to serve to the Krishna. There is no other tinge of any kind of other desires. And then Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. So there is no speculative knowledge or thinking something else or just trying to uh, approach to the Supreme by just speculative knowledge. And then any kind of sakama karma. Karma means sakam karma, means if I will do something favor to the Lord, then I will get back something. So that has to be fully gone completely. And then also anukulena. Anukulena means favorably to the Krishna. It is not like a whatever I like it, that's why I am offering. No, what Krishna likes or what Krishna's devotee like, I have to adjust accordingly. So my desire is not my desire. My desire has to align to the Krishna's desire. And then Krishna Nusilanam, cultivation of service in relationship with the Krishna. How? Following the footstep of the Acharya. Anu means to follow, Silan. So to follow our previous Acharya, we have to go according to footstep, what they are saying. There is we don't have to mimic, we have to follow them. And then Bhaktir Uttama, it is a first class devotional service. So there is no speculative knowledge, there is no speculations, only one desire, and it has to be out of the love and just to serve to the Krishna, out of the love. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 29, and it has been described about the devotional service by Lord Kapil Dev to his mother Devahuti. And he has gone through the Sankhya philosophy. And then after that, Mother Devahuti, she asked that whatever you have described scientifically, that looks very good, wonderful. And but I am asking you to please explain that what is the ultimate goal, or what is the ultimate, by speculating or philosophical, whatever we do speculate, what is the goal of that? And she is asking, please show me the what kind of things, so that people can get out of the birth, death, and old age and disease, this kind of miseries and calamities in this material world. So then after that, Lord Kapil Dev, he described that in this material world, the life is like a hellish darkness, and but we don't feel it because we became the condition to this material world. And then he tell to his mother, oh noble lady, this is wonderful. You ask a question, and then after that in 11 and 12 verse, he is saying, the manifestation of unadulterated devotional service is exhibited when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and quality of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is residing in everyone's heart, just as water of Ganges flow naturally downwards to the ocean. Such devotional ecstasy, uninterrupted by any material conditions, flow towards the Supreme. So it means the thought of the devotee, it goes always unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, means his lotus feet. Serving attitude. And he has, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami, he has given and then second is pure devotional services Subhadha, means all auspiciousness Krishna, he takes care of that. And then other things also, Gopatte Tve, Varnam Tatha, and then Atmanichepa, Karpanyam, Sadvidhi, Sharanagati. So how it start with hearing from the bona fide place? Because when we know that we are not from this world, we are here for the temporary purpose, even though how long we can stay? 75 to 100 years maximum. And but 75 to 100 years will be really miserable, because that time all kind of problem will come up, disease, and then family members will leave you alone and all those things. So that is really painful. So for that purpose, what we do, we try to fight with our family members, do the politics inside the family, outside the family, workplace, everywhere, and we do feel we have to stay here forever. And then after that, doing all those things, we do perform a lot of sinful activities too. So we have to go to the repeated cycle of birth and death. And we don't feel we are not belonging to this world. Why? Because as soon as Jiva comes, fall in this material world, he come in contact with the nature, and by contact with the Triguna, immediately he become the part of this material world, and he loses his originality. And Krishna consciousness is the revival of our consciousness. Our main nature is to Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. We are the servant of the Lord, but we have forgotten our constitutional position. For that, human form of life among 8.4 million species of life, only human form of life is that we can revive our consciousness. That's why this human form of life is very rare also. And among 8.4 million species of life, I think 400 species of human form of life is there. And then also, when we do hear from the bona fide place, we know that hearing, it brings the cleansing. And how it possible? When we come in contact with, we have little faith, when we are coming in contact with the saintly person, immediately we start the bhajan kriya. Adav Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, and then Anartha Nivritti. We start our unwanted desires, whatever we have from life and before life, so many lives. All those baggage that we started throwing all those stuff. And from our heart, and then slowly Krishna start coming, and then afterwards we come to the steady state, and then Ruchi, Ashakti, and then Bhava, and then Prema. So all those comes. So chanting of the holy name brings the all auspiciousness, and it destroys our all sinful activities. So how it works? Because when someone is chanting the holy name of the Lord, it means he is constantly in contact with the Lord. When that person is in contact with the Lord, what it does, it is giving the relief from all measurable problems. And whatever we have, how we have become the pure, we have to become remove all the sins. So when someone becomes the sinless, that person is fully pure. And when coming in contact with the Lord, he is fully pure, supremely pure, and someone is coming in contact with the pure, that person also becomes the pure. How? When iron comes in contact with the fire, it develops the quality of the fire. Iron also, it becomes the fire. So what it does, whatever papam is there, sinful action, prarabdha and prarabdha, two kind of papa is there, sins. One is already in the line, but we are not getting the reaction. So that is aprarabdha, and prarabdha is that whatever we are suffering. Right now we are suffering, it means because of the prarabdha karma. Aprarabdha, there are two stages. One is already coming in the line. Another one is already has taken the seeds, that is called one in the line, it means kutam. Another one is coming in the seeds, that is called bijam. And then bijam, it comes to the prarabdha, and then again we do good. So repeated cycle of birth and death we are going. So how it is possible, why it is? Because of the ignorance, we do have the tendency to enjoyment, and for enjoyment purpose we do try to do the sinful actions, and then we are going for the sufferings. And then it brings the sufada. Love, how it will bring the sufada? Because when we do try to love to the Supreme, then we do try to see all, they are in different body, but they are also the spark of the Supreme. They are also Sachidanand. So that way they will see every living entity connected to the Krishna. And that way, when they are connected really with the Supreme, so that person will have the Supreme bliss also. So it will bring the all auspicious, because we are not going to do the any kind of inauspicious thing. And that's why it become everything auspicious. And one example is like a UN, United Nations, if you will see that it is meant for the purpose of the peace and harmony. But how it is working for particular one country or two country and predominated by everything. But if you want to see the real United Nations peace and harmony, you can see the Bhakti Vinod Thakur's vision, where he has mentioned that in Mayapur, when people will come, they will chant Jai Sachinandan, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then all American, Indian, South Indians, Africans, Russian, Australian, everyone is coming together and chanting the one mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, and Srila Prabhupada, he brought that umbrella to the ISKCON also. So ISKCON, if you want to see the real United Nation, you can find only in the ISKCON. Otherwise, you will not see anywhere in any place real peace and harmony. And then third one is pure devotional service automatically put one's transcendental pleasure, Sandra Anand Visheshatma, means condensed bliss. So Srila Rupa Goswami, he has described that there are three kinds of happiness. One is happiness coming from the material things, and that is material enjoyment, that is like a prayers, Shreyas and prayers. Shreyas means we are doing right now, it looks very good, but long-term benefit will be really painful. So it is not going to be beneficial. It will be bringing us into the cycle of repeated cycle of birth and death. And second one is happiness derived by identifying oneself with the Supreme Brahmana. Means another happiness is someone want to merge into the Brahman. And then third one is happiness is coming from the pure devotional service, that is the Krishna consciousness. And about this, in Tantra Sastra, Lord Shiva is speaking to Mother Parvati the following way: my dear wife, a person who has surrendered himself at the lotus feet of Govinda and who has thus developed pure Krishna consciousness can be very easily awarded all the perfections desired by the impersonalists. And beyond this, he can enjoy the happiness achieved by pure devotional service. So it means those person who is thinking about the merging into the Supreme, means effulgence of the Supreme, it is called Brahmananda. It is 1 trillion times more happiness is coming from the getting from the pleasure from the pure performing or discharging the pure devotional service. So this is the benefit. This is the ocean of the bliss. It is not like a temporary or anything. So we do feel like if we are going out somewhere of the congregation, there is no devotee association, we do feel low where we have come here. And we feel like a lost, or we do feel like a coming from different planets, because all those material environment people are trying to get, it looks like a very, very means ugly, and then also painful, compassion, all those things, and ghastly too, depending upon what kind of mood we do feel it. So really means dangerous. But those who are in Krishna consciousness, they do feel like a, how I can help to that person. But sometimes there's those person, they feels like a Mudha, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that they do try, no, this is just, I have to work day and night, and that kind of conceptions, and that's why they do carry that kind of conceptions. I will get the happiness by working day and nights, and there is no alternatives. And all those things are temporary. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that padhito ami gada velo, means after reading and all those things and going through the education, I become what? Gada, means become like a donkey, ass. And what to do? To work hard day and night to get what? Just bread. So it is beyond the Brahmananda. And then also how it is possible, because it is just following the footstep of the acharyas, following the scriptures, and then following the instructions of the bona fide spiritual master, bona fide authority, and then by following this, our life is successful. And fourth number is Sudurlabha, pure devotional service is really achieved. What is the reason behind it is very rarely achieved? Anyone?
There is almost like out of 1,000, the one who wants to be is interested in self-realization. And in that also,
some other person is Mahatma.
yeah, so those who get Krishna, this thing, bhakti is very true.
Yeah. Krishna doesn't want to give every, he can give all material things, but he doesn't want to give bhakti. He want to give bhakti to the only to those who are really hankering for the bhakti. Because that another topic will come up. Krishna, bhakti binds the Krishna. So that's why it is Sudurlabha. Krishna can easily offer all the material happiness, even liberation also, but he doesn't agree very easily to give his personal engagement to become my personal servant. And Srila Prabhupada, he was really merciful that he tries to bring the whole world into this category to become not only to bhakta, to also give to others also. Krishna, he pleases when someone is trying to give him to others. And that person, he is very dear to Krishna also. So devotional service, in fact, can be attained only through the mercy of the pure devotee. It is not possible by speculations or by our own awaken our bhakti. Bhakti is natural. It is within our inner self, like a walking capacity is there in the babies, but parents has to take to the walk and then kids start walking. The same way, by the mercy of the devotee, we are able to get achieved to the pure devotional service. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 19:151, it is said that by the mercy of the spiritual master who is a pure devotee, and by the mercy of Krishna, one can achieve the platform of devotional service. There is no other way. There is no other way. And the rarity of the devotional service is also confirmed in Tantra Shastra by Lord Shiva to Mother Sati. He's saying that, my dear Sati, if one is very fine philosopher, analyzing the different process of knowledge, he can achieve liberation from the material entanglement by performance of the ritualistic sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. One can be elevated to the platform of pious activities, means he will accumulate punya, and thereby enjoy the material comfort of life to the fullest extent. That person can go to the become the king of the heaven also, or can achieve the post of the Brahma by performing the ritualistic activities that has been mentioned in the scriptures, Vedas. But all such endeavors can hardly offer anyone devotional service to the Lord, not even if one tries for it by such process for many, many thousands of the birth. And Prabhu, he mentioned that, Mayapur Sasidas, that among thousands and thousands of the yogi, and then after that one Mahatma comes. And those person also doesn't know the Krishna fully. So it is possible only by the mercy of the devotee. And number 5th, those in pure devotional service derive even the conceptions of liberation, moksha laghuta krita, means derides liberation. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, chapter 29, and then verse number 13. Lord Kapil Dev, he is saying to his mother, Devahuti, Salokya sarasti samipya sarupya tvam api utta diyamanam nagrihnati vina mat sevana janaha. The pure devotee does not act any kind of liberation. Salokya, sarasti, samipya, sarupya, or ekatva, means it is called merging here. Sayujya. So it has been mentioned here, ekat, sayujya. And even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of God, so they don't see. I'm going to put there so that how they are saying. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is saying in his Shastakam verse number 5. No, verse number 4. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagat isakame. He's saying that I don't want any followers. And also he's saying that I don't want any woman, good woman, or not any wealth. I don't want any followers, number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. So it means he's not asking, or he's not showing that we should hanker for the liberation. So he's saying birth after birth. So that's it indicates that pure devotional service, it doesn't give any preference to the liberation. Devotee doesn't consider himself means to merge into the Brahman, because ekatvam, whatever salokya mukti is there, it is a kind of spiritual suicide. Because whatever person will perform and he will go merge into the Brahmana and nothing to perform. Nature of the soul is to perform the activity. Soul is active because the consciousness is there. So what to do in there? So there, after some times, there is a chance that he will frustration, and when he will frustrated, then come back here. So it is like going to back to square. So that's why that kind of spiritual liberation is considered to be like a suicides. And then Salokya Mukti is residing in the loka of the planet. And then Samipya means living close to the Lord. And then Sarupa means living like a same body, whatever Lord have. Only difference is that two differences has been. One is Kaustubh body, or one also, I don't remember. Srivasa, yeah, on the chest. And Sarasti means having the opulence like Lord. So if devotee want to become such kind of liberation, they want the prema kind of liberation, to live into the, not into the Vaikuntha, to live in the highest planet of the Vaikuntha Loka, and that is Krishna Loka. And then Mukundamala, King Kulasekhara, he also says that Mukunda Murdhana Pranipatya Vache Yache Bhavantam Ekantam Iyantam Artham Avismritis Tvacha Charanaravinde Bhave Bhave Me Atstu Bhavatad Prasadat Mukunda Murdhana, and then Pranipatya means, O Lord Mukunda, I am bowing my head. Murdhana means head. With head. Pranipatya, bowing down my head. Yache, with fully respectful, in a like manner. And then Bhavantam, from you. Just I'm asking, after going down, doing the pranama, Dandavat pranama, and then I am asking to you, Ekantam, exclusively, Iyantam, only this much, Artham, to desire, that the desire you can fulfill, Avismriti, freedom from the forgetfulness. What kind of? Tvat, your charna aravinde, at the lotus feet, your lotus feet. In the repeated birth, bhave means in the repeated birth, me, my, astu, let there, bhavat, your, prasadat, by the mercy. So, O Lord Mukunda, I bow down my head at your lordship and respectfully ask you to fulfill this one desire of mine, that in each of my future births, I will, by your Lordship's mercy, always remember and never forget your lotus feet. So that he is asking that thing. And same thing, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is also saying in Bhajana Rahasya. Yo aham manasti yat kinchita iha loke parattare paratra cha tat sarvam bhavato adaiva charaneshu samarpitam. Myself and whatever little I possess in this world or the next, Mukundamala, King Kulsekhara, he's not asking that, oh, I will be staying with you. No, he's saying if next verse. So he's not asking for the liberation. And here also Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, in the next, whatever I do possess in this life and also the next, all this I now offer unto you. Means Krishna's lotus feet. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes a bhajan that nothing is belongs to mine. Manasa deha geha je kuch more arpilu tua pade nanda kishore. So whatever I do have possession, manasa deha geha, this human form of life, geha means byproduct, wife, husband, children, house, everything. And je kuch more arpilu tua pade nanda kishore. Hey, son of the Nanda, Maharaj Nanda, it belongs to you and I am offering to you. He's not asking that, and that has to be repeated birth and death. Maharaj Parishit, when he was asked the benedictions from the sages that he will be free from the whatever he has the curse, then he told no, just if you want to give any benediction, please give just three things: unallowed devotional service towards the Lord, association of the devotees, and then also having the friendly relationship with all living entities. And that's what we read at the beginning, that when person come in Krishna consciousness, that he sees that every living entity in relationship with the Lord. So they are also part and parcel of. So there is no enviousness. If someone is envy to other person or to other living entity, that person is not qualified to go anywhere, no matter how many tons of the chanting is doing, except one thing, by the mercy of the devotee. Then that time we will be free from all those drama stuff. And then pure devotional service, it is only mean to attract Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna Akarsani. How much time I do have? Anyone can tell to me? Okay. So pure devotional, it is very difficult because it attracts the Krishna. And that's why it is mentioned. It attracts the Krishna, and when it attacks the Krishna, it is very difficult. Krishna doesn't want to sell himself because he is debted by the devotee. So Krishna is saying to Uddhava in Srimad Bhagavatam, my dear Uddhava, you may know it from me that the attraction I feel for devotional service rendered by my devotees is not to be attained even by the performance of mystic yoga, philosophical speculation, ritualistic sacrifices, the study of Vedanta, the practice of service, a severe austerity, or the giving everything in charity. These are, of course, very nice activities, but they are not as attractive to me as the transcendental loving service rendered by my devotee. Srimad Bhagavatam 11, 14, 20. And then Krishna, he shows those who are coming in contact with the parampara during the Diksha Kale, Shishya Kare Atma Samarpan. So that time he becomes as good as Krishna, he says that. And Prahlad Maharaj and Ambrij Maharaj, they have performed pure devotional service that for the Prahlad Maharaj, Lord Narsimdev has to appear and he has to fulfill his promise that he's in the pillar. So see that how it attracts the Krishna. And another thing in Bhagavad Gita, he becomes the chariot driver for Arjuna. So I think Narad Muni is saying to Maharaj Yudhishthir, how you people are getting attractions from the Krishna, that you people are living like a friend with him and you people don't know who is he. So he's came in the form of human and he's living with you. So what kind of fortunate is there? So that's why Krishna, he doesn't want to sell to anyone. Any questions or comment? Yes, sir.
So you mentioned about the happiness, like three kinds of happiness. So what happiness is like merging into the Brahma project? Is that a happiness though?
No, it is for them, yes, it is a happiness. Because if suppose someone want to eat, just eating the breads, so he feel this is the best thing. But if someone want to give him rasgulla and want to refuse, no, I'm very happy with that bread, this is really nice. But when that person tastes the rasgulla or sandesh or rasmalai, then that person will become. So for him, coming back and then he will go perform the devotional service, but it will take a long time. So it is like a coming back to square. Whatever he did, he has to take birth again.
That is a void, right?
Yeah.
In the material, we can understand, like something, if your desire is fulfilled, you get happiness.
Yeah, yeah.
That's also permanent.
Because they do feel this material world is full of the misery, birth, death, old disease, everything is there. Better to leave it from here. And what Bhakta thinks, no, everything we should utilize in the service of the Krishna. And that is the actual Vairagya. Krishna Sambandhu Vastuna.
Mentioned about we should not mimic but we should follow our acharyas. So what is the difference between
Best thing is that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, after that it became like 12 branches. So one branch is Sahajiya. So what Sahajiya does, they do follow the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chant and be happy. When they will come in the temple, they start rolling, will come up out of love, affections, and then when they will go out, mingle with the women, having the party, daru, drama, all those kind of things they will follow. So where is that? This is a mimicry. Mimic the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are not following how to develop the love of the God. Someone is acting pada and giving like a boom, 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 and not following anything, just talking on the Vyasasana. So this is a mimicry. Srila Prabhupada, he can transform that person immediately. I don't have that capacity. So how I can mimic that? He can tell all people nonsense and all that, but I cannot do that one. I'm not qualified for that. So how I can become the Srila Prabhupada? Got the point? Any other question? Comment? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु की जय। रूप गोस्वामी की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Shri Prabhupada ki. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Jai Shri Krishna, Prabhu
Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhaktistan Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Thakur ki Nanda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Ramacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि घोर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री मथुरा धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की मायापुर धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की पिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to us devotees, all glories to us devotees, Krishna, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, Hare Krishna.
श्रीमती भगवान की
जय। श्रीमती प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। प्रभुपाद की जय।
We have Arnav Pandey as our Sunday program fee sponsor for today.
Haribo!
Do we have anyone here today who is visiting in ISKCON Center for the first time? I see all regular faces. So if anybody is interested in sponsoring any of our upcoming Sunday programs, you can contact one of us, or you may call Mr. Pyaramohan Prabhuji or Jiva Mataji, our temple phone number, and let them know for desire. Our regular Sunday feast program sponsorship is only for $125. Talking about our upcoming festivals and events, we have our grand opening of ISKCON of Connecticut Temple last
Haribo!
Sunday on the 3rd of October.
Haribo!
So the worships are going to be here at our new temple. We'll have the deities here, we'll have Abhishek, we will have almost a half day long program on that day. So we request all devotees to be present here as we welcome the deities over here. Sponsorship for the feast on that day is $301, and there are many other sponsorship opportunities. You can find the details on our website, on the emails that went out, and also on the Facebook communications. So if anybody is interested, again, the contact is there on Prabhu or Jiva. And with that, we'll have more chanting for our sponsors. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Nashingadev, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada। श्री श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
We have a plate of Mahaprasadam for our sponsor, Arnav Prabhu ji ki
जय हरि बोल।
So, his first paycheck at the age of 17 years. Just a couple of our program on the 3rd is going to start at 11 and we're going to have the program run from 11 till 5. A detailed email will be sent out, and a communication on WhatsApp group will also be sent out about the agenda on that day, at what time we are going to have the Mahadarshan, Abhishek, Yajna, Arati. So all those details will be sent out shortly over email and WhatsApp communication, so stay tuned for that. And the day before, Saturday, 2nd of October, is also Ekadashi. It is recommended for those of us who can to fast from grains, beans, peas and legumes on that day. And fast break is on the next day, which is 3rd, the day of our grand opening. So with that, we are going to conclude our Sunday program for today. Thank you very much for joining everybody. Hare Krishna. So you can come forward, take darshan, and then step outside. We have 2 Prasadam boxes. Please collect your boxes. Milk for today will be delayed, so it will be distributed. You don't need to stay back here.